Hey guys, welcome to Spilling the Reality with Trisha and Kiley on the Russell Hantz Show. As we are going to be bringing you the live feed updates from everything happening yesterday and today, leading up to the feeds cutting before the triple eviction. So, if you're wondering before the show comes on what everyone's plans are, because we won't get to see a lot of talking, and I'm sorry I'm yellow, we won't get to see a lot of talking before the episode begins. So we're going to give you all of that, give you some context about who may be going up on the block today. So if you're here for the spoilers, then you're in the right place. But if you're wanting to check out the episode and not catch these spoilers, then you'll want to go ahead and leave, but catch Russell giving a episode recap tonight. So we're going to talk a little bit about the episode, but we're going to talk a lot about who is targeting who, and we have a whole visual for you guys. So be sure to drop us some comments as we're going through the episode. Am I moving slow to y'all too, or is it just on my side?
Yeah, no, yeah,
All
you're
right.
jerky.
Okay.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
All right. So
And yellow.
drop us some comments as we go through the episode on your thoughts about each of the targets. So, Kylie, we're going to first talk about OTEV as a veto comp last night and everything going on in the episode.
So we got to see Otev, the psychedelic lizard, and he was crashing at Dr. Will's pad up there. I don't think Dr. Will was there because he seems to have ghosted CBS, apparently. I don't know. Um, but yep, so they chose not to have Otev spitting things this time. I really think they missed the opportunity by not like putting a mask over Otev. But anyways, lots of balls. So I'm here to ask Trisha, who do you think had to fill up all of those beach balls? Because there were like thousands.
Well, I really hope they have a machine that does it because with Corona going around, I would worry that, if one of these got popped and it got filled up with someone with Corona, this is an
Some
honest
COVID.
fear. Yeah, I'm like, this is an honest fear of 2020.
Yeah. Like look kind of like a COVID breeding grounds.
Yeah. So, hope they did that with a machine and not a person because that person's clearly dead with all of that. But, this was a little
But
different. Not something we've
yeah.
seen before.
Yeah. But I mean, just even whoever had to fill them up with air, I mean, there were so many. So many beach balls. I'd like to know how long it took them.
I would
But
like to know how much they
anyways,
got paid because was it worth it?
yeah, is a
That
lot.
sounds like a boring job.
Yeah, is a lot. So, anyways, before the veto comp, we did get to see the veto draw, and we got to see Christmas throw an actual temper tantrum. So, if y'all did not see the episode or you do not watch the episodes, yeah, she did not get picked and she decided to run back to the room. I'm not exactly sure what she's covering her face with here. I'm kind of leaning towards it being some panties. Uh, Tr-
I think it's a star blanket from one of her babies, like one of those little taggy blankets. I don't know. I don't think it's panties because they look a little fleece, and I don't know any. I don't personally wear fleece panties, but I don't know. Maybe Kylie does.
it is so cold here in Texas, so
Just gotta
gotta
gotta keep my
gotta
butt
keep
warm.
it.
I bet y'all didn't think this
Okay.
is where this conversation was going
Yeah,
tonight.
exactly.
We get a little wild on
So,
these evening shows, y'all.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, and Christmas makes the comment of, "Y'all just come get me when it's time to vote or if I get renominated." And she literally goes into the room and covers her face up. And Tyler comes in and is like, "I'm sorry that my name keeps getting drawn. Like, I don't have any control over it." And she's like, "I know. I wanted to play." And then, y'all,
she's crazy.
to cap it
Crazy.
off, she then gets so pissed when David takes that money. Like, this mother effer. I would have been dominating OTAB. This is complete bullshit that I don't get to play in this. And this man
Um,
then took the money.
I mean, I guess she's pissed because like last season she just got to ride a scooter. The only time Christmas has won has been when it's like not her fault she wins. Like she doesn't
Right.
like she claims she's like this super competitive here to compete, but yet every time she's given an opportunity, she doesn't actually win.
Yeah.
So,
So,
okay,
okay,
Christmas.
Christmas. But we typically do our tweet of the day at the end of our show, but it's really fitting to go with this picture of Christmas throwing her hissy fit. So we're going to show you the tweet of the day because it is throwing a little bit of shade towards our girl. And it says from Peridium, Tyler is statistically the luckiest person to be drawn for veto in Big Brother history. Christmas is unstatistically the whiniest player to not be drawn for veto in Big Brother history. Truth.
Yeah. Um,
Yep.
Nicole and Christmas seems to have swapped places as Christmas has become extra whiny. I maybe it's from being on swap, 2 weeks ago when Davon put her on swap because we have just seen like give this girl a Snickers because holy crap, this girl has been so whiny ever since and they're showing it on the episode, which makes me LOL. Like I'm like, wait, y'all, we're out here claiming Christmas is crazy and she's doing all these things to like really show her cards. Um,
Mhm.
and then we get these Christmas stands that come after us. And I'm so glad. Thank you, CBS. Obviously, you're watching and tired of us getting hate. So you aired the footage. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's crazy, y'all.
Yeah. So, also,
Anyways,
can we just talk about on Twitter really quick that people are like, coming at Russell on Christmas. It's just funny. So y'all go
yeah.
follow TRHS on Twitter and Russell and us on Twitter because the laughs continue.
Yeah, we gotta keep it real for our boy Russell. Let him know what he's getting himself into because it's a whole mess. So, anyways, back to the veto comp. Obviously, we see David cash in that 10 grand. Seeing it play out live, Trisha, what did you think about it? Do you think you made the right decision?
Yeah. So, and there's been so much hate on David on this decision, like, oh, he's not a real player. Like he's on the block and he is not doing the Big Brother way of trying to go for veto when he's on the block. Da 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 da. Y'all, this man knows he is not winning this game, okay? This is the smartest thing I think he has done all season is taking the $10,000, okay? This was the only prize money he was going to get out of this season unless he gets to the end and is like, "Fooled all of you. This is what I knew. This is what I knew. This is what I knew, and this is how I successfully got to the end on my own and without you guys," which isn't going to happen. So,
Take the
yes,
money and run.
David made the absolute right decision in this
Um,
moment.
did anyone ever watch that show, Take the Money and Run?
No, but I'll watch it if you go watch Hamilton.
Okay, okay. Well, let me tell you, Take the Money and Run. I don't know what show it was, what network it was on a few years back. But anyways, these people got like a briefcase full of money and then they had to go hide it. And if they could keep it hidden from like these cops, like real life cops for 24 hours, then they got to keep the money. But they like got pulled in and got interrogated and stuff. And I have thought many times about where I would hide some money if I had some
Okay,
money
it
put
reminds me of
aside.
wasn't it a CBS show, Hunters? And
I didn't never
they would
watch that one.
it was only on one season, which is really sad because I really wanted to go on this show. So like what they would do is you and like your spouse or your friend or like somebody
Mhm.
would be being chased by cops
Mhm.
and you could hide and like you would do all the things you would like obviously you weren't really going to get arrested but it's
Yeah.
like you would get like you get disguises and you get all this stuff and if you do
Oh yeah,
not
that would
ever
be
get a
so
if
fun.
you do not get arrested by them like within like 3 days or a week or whatever and you make it to this certain point there's that you win like $500,000.
That sounds so fun. Wouldn't that be
Right?
fun?
It
And
would be so
Ryan
fun.
Ryan says it's kind of like hide and go veto, and yeah, that's what it's like. But you got to hide money and you got to keep it if you were successful.
Yeah. So
Wonder what happened
yeah.
to that. Anyways, off track.
Yeah.
So good decision, David, taking that money. We
Yeah, I
agree
think
with it.
anyone that thinks that this was a bad decision on David, I think is a casual viewer. Like, there is no way that you're watching David through this show regularly and think that him not taking the money was smart.
Right. So,
The only person targeting David is Memphis,
yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah. So, yeah, David's out. I thought it was a little bit interesting because this comp was super easy to copy the people that already had it because the t-shirts all matched. I'm not exactly sure why they didn't tie-dye these t-shirts and then put random phrases on them so that, if you're looking for the Janelle and Bailey shirt, like one person's might be pink and somebody else's might be blue, but that's not what they did. Like all of the shirts were the same. So why didn't they just look and be like, okay, I'm looking for a pink shirt here? So
Right.
kind of sloppy on them for doing that like that.
Yeah, I don't know what their thinking was behind this.
Yeah. So, anyways, we get to the end of the comp. Cody wins.
Computer
Keeps
seizing over here.
yeah, keeps nominations the same, and here we are. So,
Here we are. So, the veto actually happened. OTEV, that competition happened on
Sunday,
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah,
One of the days. Losing track of
Saturday.
time here. Yeah, and the ceremony happened on Monday. So, just to give you guys a sense of everything that we've been telling you up until this point. So, just to recap, Kevin's going home. That's the anticipation. As the first eviction, will be Kevin going home.
Yeah,
So, we are putting together a little visual for you guys, and we're going to talk through the plans for tonight as of yesterday and today.
right. So, yesterday on the live feeds, mostly we just got lots of plotting on who everyone is going to be nominating in the event of a double eviction. There is some speculation about it actually being a triple. Memphis is like, there's no way it's a triple eviction because they would not have told us. Yeah, Memphis, that's what we thought too, but no, that's not how things work. So they're kind of expecting this, obviously, from Dr. Will's message. So lots of plotting.
Yes, lots of plotting. They've pretty much assumed, this isn't just a double eviction. There's something more. Could three of us be going home tonight? We've seen lots
Yeah.
of comments on the internet, and on our videos and stuff of, is this going to be like three people are nominated, or is this going to be truly three people are going home in
Yeah.
veto, HOH, comp, da da da. And we really do think, based on, Dr. Will giving them this information and how double evictions have gone in the past, that it is truly a triple eviction in the manner of HOH veto, HOH veto. So here we go,
So
guys.
exciting. So
So let's
let's,
kick it off with, who is Dani targeting?
well, yeah, so this one's pretty obvious. If Dani wins HOH, which y'all, Dani needs to win HOH, okay?
Yeah.
If she wins, she's going to go after Convict Miss herself.
Yeah, Dani and Christmas still haven't mended the fence. Um, mended the fence, is that the phrase? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, put a band-aid on their issue. Um, so anyway, which again, just bad gameplay on Dani's part. Just not being able to fix this. Anyway, like, Christmas and
Yeah.
Day fix their problem, and
Yeah.
Dani can't fix it with Christmas, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
No
what are
attempt.
you doing?
These two are gunning for each other. Dani
And Dani needs
badly,
her.
well, yeah, I mean, Dani badly needs, she needed to kind of fix things with Christmas a little bit because this isn't good. And everyone knows it. And so yesterday on the feeds, we get Nicole taking this opportunity to distance herself from Dani, throws her all the way under Christmas's sleigh, and lets her just run over her because she's like, oh, yeah, Dani's been trying to get you backdoor. Dani's going to nominate you. And she's trying to separate herself, but I don't think that's going to work. I think these two have been too closely tied together for too long. But, anyways, in the event that Dani wins HOH, I think we definitely see her putting up Christmas. And who do you think her other one's going to be?
It's either going to be Tyler or Memphis.
Yeah, I feel like probably Tyler. They're still kind of pissing around each other and, you know, pretending to make up but not quite getting there. So, yeah, I think that's what we see. Either Christmas and Tyler, Christmas and Memphis, but I think these are the three we're going to see her go after.
Definitely. All right. So in the event Tyler wins HOH, think we'll see he's targeting. So Tyler does need to win, first of all, because
Yes.
he's on a few people's radar at this point. So Tyler definitely needs to win an HOH or a veto or two of those to get through this because his name is being dropped by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, so I think if possibly, oh, I don't know if
I think
Nicole
I
would,
think we
or
see Tyler go after the evil stepsisters themselves. Yep.
yeah, we're gonna see.
And then I
Um,
think to make things easy, if one of them were to come off, I think he ends up throwing up his boy David. Um, yeah,
yeah, but it's not his target. I
not
don't
a
think we
start.
can put. I don't think we'll put David as a target. I'm gonna copy paste these as we go down, so just so
Yeah.
everyone's not like, oh, we're running out.
Okay, well, there's not enough little people here.
Yeah, I think these are definitely his 2 targets. He may put up someone as a pawn, but that that's it.
Yeah,
I
and
just noticed
we
we don't
do.
have Cody on here.
Well, that's okay because no
I'll
one's going to nominate him. So,
yeah. I'll get him on there real quick, but go ahead, Kylie.
okay, so let's talk about Nicole. Nicole might be the most interesting one because I feel like Nicole is most likely to not take a swing at anybody. So, Nicole does talk a little bit about how she might put up. Hold on, I'm going to have to refer to my notes, but I feel like maybe she says Memphis and David um, as to who she might target.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like she's probably going to be going for like Memphis and David, but definitely taking the easy route. And her target would be David. Um,
yeah.
so let's hope that Nicole doesn't win because this would be
Boring.
the most boring to happen.
Yeah, she
Um,
might also go after Tyler. I would think
yeah, I
just
think that's a
depending like,
possibility.
the only reason she would is maybe to be closer to Cody and closer to that guy's alliance. It would be smart of her to go after Tyler. So I'm not gonna nix Tyler out of the equation. His name has been in her mouth a few times. So,
Yeah, I think it'd be really, really surprising to see Nicole gun for an HOH, which would not necessarily be her most ideal situation because she may not realize it, but she's in a little bit of trouble too. And it's mostly because of her association with Dani. And lots of people are talking about, like, okay, if Dani gets nominated and Nicole's not sitting next to her, does Nicole take Dani down? And Nicole tries to tell people like, "Hey, if you nominate Dani, I'm not going to use the veto on her." But people are worried about it, and I think that it's going to be like a guilt by association type thing, and we're going to see Dani and Nicole go up together by a lot of people.
yeah,
Dani might be the target, but Dani's the veto queen, y'all, and a pissed off Dani has a very good chance of winning a comp.
yeah,
So that could put old little Miss Nicole Franzel in some trouble. You okay over there? You
I'm
getting
getting Cody on here. That's
it?
all.
Getting
Yeah, yeah.
it? So we got lots of comments. Dani needs to come up clutch. That is an understatement. She's really, really, really looking like a target tonight. And Le Champion says, I can't see Dani making it through the night. Same. And even though I don't completely love this version of Dani playing, the old school Big Brother fan in me can't help but just root for her a little bit. So I want to see her pull it out. But I mean, I think she's got to pull out at least one HOH win. And if not, she's going to have to pull out a veto win. She's
For
gonna
sure.
she may have to win 2 comps tonight, depending on who wins. Um, so she's looking good. Um, let's see what else.
I catch
Yeah,
up on the comments really quick and I'll
everyone
get
will put up Dani. Um, Big Sissy Banana says, I know Cody and Enzo are safe. Yeah. Obviously, we'll be getting to that as we go through each person, but I see basically 0 scenario tonight where Cody and Enzo leave. They're the
yeah,
safest for
there's no
sure.
there's that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get
She old
Cody.
now though, yo. Oh. Throwing some shade at our girl Dani. She is a little bit older, but I think she still got it in her. Care Bear says,
All
love
right,
the
I'm about to
chart.
share a little graphic.
Dani can win
Well,
under
glad to bring it back for
pressure.
you, Care Bear. Um,
Dani can win under pressure. I agree. Like, we've seen her do it before, and her neck is on the line.
make this one just there we go. All right.
Okay.
So we're back in action, guys. Sorry I left Cody off.
Okay.
He just is no one target. So
If David is able to get HOH and the next veto and keep himself safe throughout the triple and then manages to make it to the end, does that redeem him from his past game this season?
um,
I see it being real hard for David to win unless it's just
literally, yeah.
completely
The
bitter.
only way David wins is if truly he is able to get to the end and say, this was my like whole game, like the whole time. This is
Yeah.
what I was trying to do. Getting through this triple is good for him, but I don't think it's a winning move.
Yeah. Um, Dragon Monkey says, what if Dani or Nicole is HOH at the 3rd eviction with Enzo and Christmas on the block and Christmas wins veto? Won't Enzo go then? I don't think so. I mean, obviously, it would depend on who is up next to him, but I don't see anybody wanting to target Enzo.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, about
sorry.
the only one that it might be a possibility is if it was Cody. Then it would be
Yeah,
a toss up.
yeah. If it was Cody next to Enzo, it would also depend on like who's already gone out because David like if he hasn't gone, he would
Yeah,
end up going up in their place, and probably going home. So I mean, we could probably put David on each of these as a potential target on each line.
sure, sure, sure.
Um,
But
as
I feel like
a
there's only one person actively gunning, and that's who we're on to next. So,
yeah.
oh,
Let's just go
Memphis.
ahead. I'm going to move him off Nicole's because I don't feel like she's actively gunning him in the way that Memphis
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. If Memphis gets HOH, 100% his target is David. I could see him doing like a David and Dani type situation. I don't see him doing Christmas. I don't see him going for Cody. Maybe Nicole. Like I said, those two are really tied together.
I'm actually just going to
So,
delete everyone here because his only actual target is David.
right,
So
that's his target.
if
He'll just have
yeah,
have
like
to
if
pull it
David
off.
goes home the first one and Memphis ends up winning the HOH the next one, um I have no idea who he would go after because he has literally only said David.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
David's his only target
Okay,
at this
we
point.
like this energy from you. slosh pop. I don't know. Okay, I want David to get Memphis out and then mention there's an empty seat at the big boys table. Yeah, David definitely has some ammo that he could throw back at Memphis and also at Cody, and
If
hopefully
he can
he
remember it, like, please, David. That's how he
yes,
can win.
yes,
Is I mean, he could David could
put them
easily
in their
become
place.
America's favorite player. Yes, if he puts all of these people in their place with throw the things back that they've said to
Yeah,
him.
okay, let's skip to David. So let's say David wins HOH. Best case scenario would be for him to put up Memphis and Cody and say something rude to both of them. Be like, "All right, Memphis, it's your turn. Prove that you can sit at the big boys table, and Cody, give me one reason why I should nominate you. 10, 9, 8, 7." And just completely own it. Put both of these jerks in their places for talking shit to you, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So, yeah. What about Enzo?
Yeah, so Enzo has said that Christmas is one of his targets this week. I think that's because he wants to be closer to Tyler, maybe.
Yeah,
Um, and Christmas is in, she's in Memphis and Tyler's pocket. So for Enzo to really solidify a Cody and third male um, group alliance, then he would need to uh, get rid of Christmas. And
yeah.
this
I see him going for Christmas, and probably like putting David up with her, maybe Dani. We talked about it yesterday that Enzo has said that he is a fan of Nicole's game. So I don't see him going for Nicole here.
The only reason he would go for Nicole, and he has not said he's going to target Nicole. The only reason he would go for her is if he's like, oh, she's playing such a good game, I've got to get rid of her. But he has not once said he wants to get rid of her, so we just can't put her in this box. Are you frozen, Kylie? You're definitely frozen. Is she frozen for y'all or just me? Kylie, are you there? All right. Well, moving on today. I just need to know, can y'all tell us in the chat like if you can hear Trisha? Can you hear me? Or am I the only one like is everything frozen for me? All right, great. Thank y'all for letting me know. Okay. Some technical difficulties for Kylie. She'll be back. All right, so moving on to David. If David miraculously wins HOH, y'all, this would be the time to win right now. David is going. If David wins HOH, he is definitely gunning for Memphis. Let's go ahead and drag him down here. He has said he would go after Memphis for obvious reasons. I mean, he put him on the block and you know called him out. So put him. So he's said he wants to do the same thing to him. And he has not talked about Nicole surprisingly as much. Hey, Kylie.
I'm back.
I was like, is she frozen just for everyone, or
No,
like,
apparently
is it just
my
her?
my internet doesn't like night shows. So
Yeah.
you
So we're
go,
talking
you
about
turn
David.
yellow,
I
and I
turn
just
yellow. You just
drop
freeze.
completely. Yeah.
I was like, you either have something really important to say because your face is very stern, or yeah. All right, so we're talking about David, who he's targeting. We know that
Yeah.
he's targeting
Memphis.
Memphis as he should be. Memphis
Yeah.
called him out, but Memphis is also targeting David. I don't know if David knows about that. I haven't heard David be told about this. He doesn't really have an alliance, but anyway, who else has he talked about targeting?
I mean, I think that he'll probably go to Tyler and be like, "Who should I do?" So I think Nicole and Dani could be in a little bit trouble in a David HOH. Um, yeah.
I feel like he's also said Christmas, but I might just be making that up in my head. Like he said
Yeah.
someone the
I
other
think
day, and
I
it was
I
like,
think that I think that he's gonna listen to Tyler and go for Tyler's targets. So
Yeah, and I mean,
I think
he
he'll
would
have the
be
most
smart.
control over him.
He would be smart to I mean, he has a reason to put up Nicole. Nicole framed him for the Ian vote, and,
Yeah.
you know, that sucked for him. Like, he went through a week of hell a day. So he could easily put her up and her not be the target, Memphis be the target, and him give a reason. Um, all right,
Yeah.
moving on to Convict Miss herself. Who is Christmas putting up and targeting this week?
Obviously, she's putting up Dani. That is who she would target. She's absolutely not going to put up Memphis or Enzo. She tells them they're her, two untouchables, to use that wonderful phrase. So, yeah, she's definitely going to be going for Dani. And I think we also see her put up her partner in crime, Nicole.
With her target definitely being Dani, though. She is not
Definitely
targeting
being
Nicole.
Dani.
Nicole, like Kylie said earlier, has been talking about, um, it's been talking to Christmas about Dani, and they are, you know, they tried to form an all women's alliance. That didn't really work out. Eh, Anyway, we don't have to go back to that hoopla. But anyway, um, I don't think she would be actually targeting Nicole. Nicole may go home on her watch. She definitely might put her up just as like a collateral, but Dani would definitely be her target.
Yeah.
And then Cody. Cody wins HOH. This would be his like eighth HOH this season, ninth maybe. Heck, maybe 10th. We're like on week 9 and it's his 10th HOH.
Yeah, he
Anyways,
pretty much
um,
has a hand in all of them.
yeah,
I think Cody goes for Christmas as his main target.
for sure. Christmas is definitely his main target. Um, and Danny.
Probably. No, I don't think that he'll do Dani, just because I think Dani trusts Cody and it would be stupid for him to go for her. I think we could see him probably put up David in Christmas and his target be David, but if Christmas gets taken out, then so be it.
All right, guys. There you have it. So Cody and Enzo are not in anyone's mouth at all. And we got lots of Danny. Lots
Lots
of
of
Danny
Dani,
targets.
lots of Christmas.
Yeah. Lot
I would
well,
be
yeah.
I'd be really, really surprised if we don't see two girls go out tonight.
Yeah. If Danny makes it through tonight,
Then maybe
we
she deserves to win the season.
yeah, we will all be shocked. She's played such a messy game, and so many people are onto her. And I mean, even Nicole, like her number one ally, is onto her. Um, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Nicole has even at points talked about like if Danny goes, when Danny goes, and it's just oh, it's wild out there, y'all.
Yeah. So, what are y'all's thoughts? Who do you want to see win? Who do you think are targets? Do you think we've got anybody off here? Give
Yeah,
us your
let us
thoughts.
know, give us your thoughts. We're going to be reading through the comments, which again, there's lots of comments tonight. So if we miss your question, just redrop your question at the bottom and we'll take some time
All
to
right.
hit on those
I
really
like
quick.
I like this one from Cam K. He says, "So, if Kevin and David go, what third person would make this episode the most boring?" I think it would be most boring to lose Memphis. Nobody really gives a shit if Memphis is there or not.
Um,
That would be
so
boring.
we're all assuming Danny's going to go, but I think for the house to be somewhat entertaining, Danny needs to stay,
Yeah.
and Christmas needs to stay.
Yes.
Um, but Danny over Christmas, Danny,
Yeah.
at least there's everyone's kind of targeting her. Um, so I don't know. She'd be the most. I want her to stay just for entertainment factor. But it wouldn't be shocking at all if she goes this week.
Right. Okay. Best case scenario. What three people would you like to see walk out the door? Best case scenario.
Um, just to shake up this season, I would like to see Cody go.
Ah,
I want to see Cody go. I want to see Memphis go, and I want to see Tyler go. But I mean, okay, so we're only going to lose two people in addition to Kevin,
Yeah.
right?
So two in
So,
addition to Kevin, because
so we're going to lose
that's
Kevin.
reality.
So I want to see Cody and Tyler out of here. Maybe Memphis because Tyler doesn't have he's
As
not
much
making
control.
a lot of deals. He
Yeah.
only has one final two that he's actually made and solidified, and he's not making deals with anybody. And it's really bad because the house is talking about how they're like none of us have any deals with Tyler and none of us have any allegiance to him. So he's really putting himself in a really bad spot this season. I think he's trying to play a different game than he played before. But it's kind of biting him in the ass this season. So I think most entertaining to go would either be Cody Tyler, Cody Memphis. You,
So my
you
ideal
go.
scenario is okay.
Enzo for
Obviously,
the W.
Kevin is obviously leaving. I want to see a scenario where Christmas wins the second HOH and puts up Dani. Dani wins veto and stays. And I don't give a crap who goes. Let's put Nicole out. I would enjoy that. So let's lose Nicole. And I mean, sorry, I know that y'all probably aren't going to like this, but I'm fine with David going third because if David's left in the house, he's going to be targeted until he's going to be the pawn until they either take him out or they drag him to the end. So I would like to see Christmas and Dani both stay in the house with them knowing that they are for sure coming after each other because there was a swing and a miss by one of them. Like I would like for Christmas to take the swing at Dani and miss, but I'm okay with it the other way too because y'all Christmas will throw the biggest fit. I mean, if you thought that her not getting picked for a veto was entertaining, just imagine. Just
Yeah,
imagine if she gets put on the block and does not get sent home. She's going to lose her shit and she
yeah.
may run over some people.
She's gonna definitely run over everybody. If it would be really entertaining if someone that she's close with, like Tyler, went home on her watch because she's close to him. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it's gonna be I don't know, like, and the most boring, like we said, the most boring is David, like, I know you want him gone
Sure.
for the
It's
show, but, like, I feel like he can go, as the 4th person,
well,
like,
no,
he can
because I
go
don't I don't want a
this
whole week of David on the block and David being the target. I don't want to go
but he
from
could
like
win
a
veto,
100 to
stop.
0.
I
It's
do,
time.
I want
It's
100 at least
time.
once, we've yet to hit 100 this
Right. I
whole
want it to hit
season.
100 and I want it to stay on 100.
It's not gonna
So,
hit 100 with David going home first, like, David going
no,
home in this triple.
let's get rid of him for one of them. Let's get rid of one of the committee members as the third and then let's see the feud play out between Christmas and Dani. That's the most entertaining thing that's left that can happen this season. Please, like nothing good has happened. That's all I want.
Okay, but we're not gonna get to find out who Memphis is targeting if I mean, we're gonna find out easily who Memphis is targeting, probably nobody else because he's like, "Oh, the committee, such a fraternity," and if
Right, but if
David goes.
David's gone, he's going to have to pick somebody else. If David stays in the house and Memphis wins, Christmas wins, um, Nicole wins, they're all going to target David.
Alright, people are
So
really,
boring.
really, really diving into this conversation, so let's pop up some of people's, thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if this was most boring or most entertaining, so we can Cody, Nicole, Tyler. Is that
Which
most
one?
boring or most entertaining? No,
Which one?
you say, most Nicole, is that entertaining or boring to you?
Well, I mean, like on a personal standpoint, I want to see Nicole leave. So, I mean, that's kind of entertaining. Cody's run the whole game, so it would be entertaining to see him taken out. And Tyler's probably the best player left. But then also, I'm okay with Cody winning the season, so I don't really want to see him go.
Yeah.
But,
Um,
I mean, what kind of just craziness will ensue in the house without Cody there to calmly run things?
yeah, that is exactly my thought and exactly why I think Cody should go because he has been so perfectly working with everyone that I'm like, screw this season, screw everybody. David for the W, carry him all the way to the end. Don't care if he's a pawn every single week as long as these idiots pick each other off one by one.
But they're not going to.
If it's not him, it's going to be someone like Nicole will be the pawn every week because she's the winner and da da da. And so, I mean, obviously it depends on who stays in the house, but like if Cody goes this week, I could definitely Cody and David go right behind Kevin, then I could definitely see Nicole being the next pawn every single week. No matter what, I think we're gonna have pawn after pawn after pawn.
Yeah. Look, see right here. The champion also says we need a Dani and Krampus cat fight. That yes, that's 1000% what we need, and we don't want it on, a 5-minute cat fight. We want a whole week of it. I mean, y'all, Christmas will lose her mind. Even if Dani leaves, Christmas has to be nominated tonight. She has to. I
She
mean,
definitely has to.
as much as I dislike Christmas, I want her to be nominated tonight, and I don't want her to leave because she's going to lose it.
Yeah, she's absolutely going to lose it. Helena Love says, "Who is y'all's favorite player?"
None of the people in this house. Janelle,
Let's go with
Janelle.
people the cast that's left. Who do you want to
Of the
win?
people that's left, who do I want to win? Enzo.
Absolutely. 100%
Yeah.
agree. Enzo's first, Cody second, David
Cody
third.
second. Enzo, Cody, Dani for me.
Dani, are you
Yes.
kidding me? Get out of
I
here.
know. I
As
can't
much as,
help
okay,
it.
we started this season, I was like, female power, a female's going to win All Stars would be so great. And slowly but surely, these people have just picked off all of the females one by one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Kaser too. Kaser's always been one of my favorites. I talk about him all the time. Like in our real life, I have a slight obsession with him. So I love Kaser.
Big Sissy Banana says if Franzel's the only girl left, we got a boring month ahead. Yeah, so males definitely need to go in this triple. I would be fine if all males went this triple except David.
I just want it to be
So
entertaining. I want it to be
Kevin,
entertaining
Memphis, Cody,
tonight.
go.
I want it to be entertaining tonight. I want it to be entertaining next week.
If
So
okay, let's talk about this. If we just have a few more minutes, so if y'all have questions, be sure to drop them in the chat. We'll be
I
sure to
feel
get
like
to
I'm
them.
hiding behind this
I know
picture.
behind Big Sissy Banana. So, okay, I made it go away. Come back. Okay, so let's just say Cody and Memphis do go. Those are our two that me and you have argued over who's running the committee. But either way, let's say both of them go right behind Kevin.
Who?
Holy
Sorry,
shit.
I didn't. I wasn't paying any attention.
Cody, Memphis.
Mhm.
Okay, they go right behind Kevin.
Mhm.
What happens in this house? Who is aligning with who? Do the girls, are Dani and Christmas able to fix their shit?
No. No. Christmas Christmas, as much as she wants to talk about not holding grudges, absolutely holds grudges. She's still going to continue to target Dani. Dani's still going to continue to target her. I'm fine with both of them staying in the house.
Yeah, but I'm not saying anything about them not staying. I'm saying Memphis and Cody are gone, so no one has a leader because those two are running this whole house. Who is then leading the house?
No, well, I mean,
Enzo behind the scenes, but he's not gonna, he's
yeah,
always gonna
Enzo's
agree
not
with
going to step
everybody.
up in that role. Nobody, Dani's going to think she's running it, but she's not going to be. Probably we see Tyler step in and he runs the rest of the game. How boring. No.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
not boring. I
Seth,
want to see a shakeup.
Seth says, do you think Christmas would be a fit for the challenge? I mean, competition wise, yes, but
I mean,
gosh,
she's also
please,
crazy. Okay,
please don't put
maybe
her out there.
maybe so, but like take that back. We're not putting her on the like that cannot
No.
happen. She just has already ruined 2 seasons of Big Brother for
Right.
us. That's enough damage. She is
Yes.
so unentertaining though. Like she throws her hissy fits and she's just but that's it. Like she just isn't she's just boring.
She's boring. We don't want her.
Boring and crazy, which is not a good combo.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And also, I don't even think she'd be that good at the challenges, to be completely honest.
I mean, she's athletic, but she's yet to just completely beast it out and win a comp and be super impressive. Everything so far has been thrown to her. So,
Yeah. I mean, and we've seen super physical people that you think would be really good on the challenge, and they're not. So,
yeah.
um,
Yeah. Christmas,
we
not good TV. Yes. That's all I want. All I want is Christmas and Dani to stay in the house so that they can fight each other. Not probably physically, but I just need Christmas to have a complete and total meltdown.
yeah, Dragon Monkey, this would have been best case scenario if they wouldn't have told him, but then did the double eviction and then said, "Ah, just kidding.
Yeah.
One more."
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. Christmas and Russell on The Amazing Race.
mm,
Russell,
rest in
good
peace,
TV.
Russell.
Russell, good TV. Christmas, boring ass TV. So,
And would also maybe kill Russell. There's a lot of vehicles. We just
yeah.
can't risk that. Cody would do good on the challenge. So he is the boring brother of the Calafiore brothers. But unfortunately, Polly cannot pass a freaking psych test. We were actually talking about this in our group text with Alex, Laren, and Lauren the other day about Polly and how entertaining he is and how great TV Polly Calafiore is.
Yeah.
He was great when he was on Big Brother. Like, he is a full golden entertainment package, but he just cannot pass the psych test. So it's like Cody got not enough of that, and
Yeah.
Polly got too much.
Yeah. Together they balance each other out pretty well. They should just combine and just become one person.
Yeah.
Stop it, Russell. Oh no. He said, "What are y'all going to do when I marry her and she starts running this channel?" Well,
You're not gonna
guess we're
say
out
it
of
on
I
air.
guess we're out of job.
Yeah, she would probably go through and delete all our videos of us trash talking her, which we're not really trash talking. We're just giving honest feedback.
Yeah, that she's crazy and boring. Not a good combination.
Not, not good at all.
Oh, Le Champion says they have never heard of the challenge before the season of Big Brother. Would you guys recommend? Absolutely. If you enjoy Big Brother and Survivor, then check out the challenge. Highly recommend. And it's available on CBS All Access, so you can go back and catch some seasons.
Dragon Monkey says, "Oh my gosh, Trisha and Kylie getting replaced by Crimis and Nicole. Shoot me now." Thank you. Like, I know, Russell, we know we're not as cute as Christmas is, in your opinion, but we are really cute on the inside. We're way more funnier. Okay? And
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly. All right. You got anything else?
Last call for comments before we head into the episode. Any more? Do, do, do.
All right. I think that's it. Give
All
us
right,
some
guys.
time to eat
Well,
some dinner.
yeah, we'll go eat really quick. Got 10 minutes before the episode. It's going to be great. Nonetheless, be sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram at reality_TRHS. You can also follow myself and Kylie on our personal Twitters, and we will be live tweeting through the episode tonight. So be sure to check us out. Don't forget to drop a comment, subscribe, like the video, and let us know your thoughts on everything happening in the Big Brother house. And don't forget that tomorrow we will have a special guest, Rachel Swindler, on from BB20, and I'm popping her picture up just in case anyone has forgot how beautiful she is. Still just as stunning, and we cannot wait to have her.
and talk about all the craziness that happens tonight and what kind of craziness we're going to get into this next week with the fallout from the triple eviction. So,
My computer's being really crazy. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Now I can
okay.
share. It was a
Okay.
really pretty picture. It was I promise it was worth the wait. There she is, gorgeous as ever. Rachel Swindler, BB20, had many gifable faces. Can't wait to talk to her. Don't forget to drop us your questions. If you could go to our Instagram and drop them there, we have a little question box on our story so we can group them all together very easily. Get your question in for what you want to know. Get Rachel's take on everything happening in the BB22 house. So, drop us your questions and don't forget to check us out tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. Um, Conversation with Rachel coming tomorrow. So, looking forward to updating you guys on the episode and everything, the fallout from the feeds tonight after the episode airs. We know that it's going to be an HOH that will go into the feeds for that third crown. So, we'll be sure to bring you that tomorrow with Rachel. All right, guys. Cheers. My cup says, make today beautiful, make tonight beautiful, spread positivity. Bye,
Okay, Julie
guys.
and Memphis. Bye.